part of the wild and untamed Northwest by a well-meaning yet unorthodox single dad. 19 years ago, his son, Chipper, became a Floridian. Hear the speech titled, Surviving Dad. Please clap very loudly for Toastmaster Chip King.
Most people who really knew my dad were afraid of him. I lived with the guy, and I was terrified. But as long as you could avoid the occasional drowning, dismemberment, or electrocution, living with the guy was a blast. Mr. Toastmaster, members of the head table, fellow Toastmasters. Dad did things differently than most people. Take, for example, the time I learned how to swim. My dad said, we're going to the lake, I want to teach you how to swim. I waited all day, dusk was setting. I'm standing on the dock, and they're getting ready to go home. And I said, but Dad, you said you were going to teach me how to swim. So, yeah, that's right. And he grabs me and throws me into the deep part of the lake. I was on about whatever he was doing. A little while later, he comes back to check my progress. Quit crying! Quit crying! Quit crying or I'll jump in there and give you something to cry about. You didn't die? That's progress. Keep practicing, because next time you don't get to use that light vest. Another thing you could learn from my dad was how to be frugal. My dad was famous for never having spent more than $5 for a car tire. We'd go on car tire buying trips to the junkyard. And he'd said, Chip, grab that one. I said, but Dad, it's bald. This bald's the epitome of traction. Don't you ever watch NASCAR? I'm like, Dad, that one's got wires sticking out of it. Well, that's a good one. You know it's steel belted. So, to effectively ride on 4 $5 gems, there's a couple of things you can do to enhance the endeavor. First, drive a station wagon. It's well balanced, plenty of room back for about 4 or 5 spare tires. Second, have a young boy in the car for when the inevitable happens. By the time I was a teenager, I had changed so many spare tires that I was actively recruited by NASCAR. One fine day traveling along for those $5 tires, suddenly the station wagon jumped and lurched and then went on about its way. I said, Dad, what was that? And he calmly said, son, I think a tire fell off. I said, Dad, that's ridiculous. We wouldn't be moving. And then suddenly our conversation was interrupted as we both watched the right rear tire over there. Where you could learn most from my dad, though, is how to use a chainsaw.
Oh.
No.
No.
See, my dad is from the great wild Northwest, where loggers were ruthless barbarians. He would cut down trees. He was so good. He was a veritable virtuoso with a chainsaw. One day in Wyoming, he's cutting down trees, doing his thing, and a stranger comes up to him and says, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. My dad was like, I'm cutting down trees. This is where I'm supposed to be. He said, if you don't get out of here, I'm going to kick your expletive and then take what's left of you into court and sue you. And my dad's like, why wait? Fires up his chainsaw and says, court's in session, buddy. He sliced and he slashed. The guy's clothes were in shreds. Later at the trial, the clothes were submitted in evidence. My dad managed managed to do all of that without harming a hair on the man's head, save an unexpected bowel movement, which the plaintiff chose not to present in evidence. The judge, understandably, let him go. Why would you ask? Simple. His reasoning: I don't want a guy like you in one of my prisons. So one morning back in Oregon, I am in the living room watching cartoons. My dad's tuning up his trusty saw. He says, "Chip, come in here. There's something wrong with my saw. It's not working right." And I go in there and he says, "It's a spark plug, I think. Hold on to that thing while I fire it up." Now, I'm 11 years old, but somehow I know holding on to that thing was something I did not want to do. So I said, "Dad, I don't want to do that." "Oh, come on, Chip, I'm old. Well, you're young, you got a strong heart. You don't want your old man to have a heart attack, do you?" I'm like, "No." "All right then, hold on to it." So I held on to it. He fired it up. That spark entered my body, and I start flying. My feet leave the ground. If it wasn't for the fridge to impede my trajectory, Lord knows where I would have landed. So my dad comes up and he says, "We got spark. That's a good thing." So tell me, on a scale of 1 to 10, how good was the spark? And if you're not sure, we can do it again. 10! 10! That's all.